ಇದು ಗಿರಿರಾಜನ್ ಪ್ರೀತಿ
ಅವಳು ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವಳು ಹಿಂದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅವಳು
ನೋಡಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Science walks forward on 2 feet, as if we are walking without 2 feet. Every human being is walking on 2 feet. Namely, theory and experiment, becoming a practitioner and a preacher. Sometimes it is one foot which is put forward first. Sometimes the other, but continuous progress is only made by the use of both. Robert Andrews Millikan, born on March 22, 1968 in Illinois in US, died on December 19, 1953 in California in United States of America, said science walks forward on 2 feet, namely theory and experiment. Sometimes it is one foot which is put forward first, sometimes the other, but continuous progress is only made by the use of both. Robert Andrews Millikan was an American experimental physicist honored with the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1923 for the measurement of the elementary electric charge and for his work on the photoelectric effect. Robert Andrews Millikan said, science walks forward on 2 feet, yes. Namely theory and experiment. Sometimes it is one foot which is put forward first, sometimes the other, but continuous progress is only made by the use of both. When this one quote I heard, it shocked me. Yes, I loved it. Because it was the only one thing in our family structure that works. Even Krishna says, I will not take a single decision without discussing with Radha. Even if I have all the power, I give half the power to Radha, then I use half the power to go. And when I am in trouble, I'll ask Radha to use the second power. Together is the strength. Husband and wife together is the strength. Every house is built on that one theory. It cannot be that the husband takes the wife for granted and the wife takes the husband for granted. Yes. It's the same with the corona disease also. Both the legs together. You hear one side you have a fever, you rush up to take a test. And the test will tell you it is positive or negative. If that is the situation, then every one time when you open your mouth, why don't you take a test to find out whether it is positive or negative? Every one time when you eat your food, why don't you take a test to find out whether it is positive or negative? That is where your disconnection came. People blindly rush up to take a test to save themselves. And if that is the situation, there is no trust at all in the house. Japanese business people hardly make any contract signed with their agents or with their dealers. It is just orally understood faith and love for years together. And then they know it works out. All other countries puts it down in writing. Japanese believe the Indian tradition of the husband and wife together, because the husband and wife is always one, and once they marry, it is till death. Whatever be the reason, they keep on stitching the cloth back, stitching the problems back. The trust is very important. And what happened to you? Why are you losing trust? When a cold comes, Hachi comes, just a simple theory, naturopathy says Hachi comes means the first indication that you have to fast or drink more hot water to cleanse the system. Hachi comes means you have not done the nostril blow. You have not done your nostril blow or something is blocking. Hachi, the cold comes means your indigestion. You have not cleansed the stomach early morning when you got up, you didn't drink that one full bottle of water to flush out the system. Hachi came is the first indication that something what you are eating is wrong. What was eating? When you are eating, you do not chew properly. You do not use together, both the legs together, your teeth and your saliva. In Karnataka, there is a food called mudde, that is ragi millet. They powder it up and make it the ball, and they give to the people to nungify. Nungify means swallow it up. You are not supposed to chew it. Since that can be the truth, because in the olden days there might be a huge poverty. So if they make the men and people to chew, there might be war in the house if the taste is not there. So they told, nungify, maybe to save. Those days are gone. Now we have got all the facilities. So chewing is very important. Not only the mudde, but even the water, they say, you have to chew the water and then only swallow. Chew the water. When you chew, mechanical digestion happens in the mouth, and the chemical digestion is the saliva mixed with them. When you chew, the eye opens, the ears opens, the electricity starts passing to these places, and you become very powerful. Slow learners become fast learners. Try to understand that one. Science walks forward on 2 feet. When husband and wife is together, yes, every one decision taken together for the science to take it forward. The moment that one thing is not there, the trust is not there, you rush up to the people. Which are your people? Do you think you believe more than your wife? You believe more than your thinking, your belief of your body? When Hachi came, you knew it was an indication not to rush up to the doctor to suppress a third person. Why are you inviting a third person when you and your wife fight? Why are you inviting a third person when you and your boss fight? When the boss got angry with you, you must understand, you have to go back home and tell your wife, my boss likes biryani, my boss likes this sweet. You make and give to him and he will smile. Your fight is over. The fight is because he wants something that you give with love. You are only asking everything. Person takes anything, everything from a person, never returns anything back, is called a robber. The boss is giving you salary and the space and the job, and you never gave even a food also. You are only complaining, this is not right, that is not right. Same on the wife and the husband. That Hachi is the corona. And you have to believe that Hachi came because you have to drink water, flush out the system, or give a little rest. The first indication for you to cough. Once you suppress it with the third person will suppress. You thinking the problem is solved. No. He is planning to get more money. When you both are fighting, then he becomes the nari. He becomes the fox who makes you fight, so that when you are injured, the first blood comes, he can eat you up. Science walks forward on 2 feet, namely theory and experiment. So please make you understand theory and experiment. You have to experiment on your body a bit before you rush up to take your test. Please do not go to take test. When Mother Teresa said, in my centers, people are all sick, old people. I have my sisters, my nuns, who are well trained in the nursing. And not nursing, they know only nursing with love, a mixture of treatment with called gilly treatment. It's called love. I give love. I clean them beautifully. Clean them. Cleanse it. Cleaning is very, very important. And give them a lot of prayers. 99% of the people survived on that prayers. Yes, I never take them to the hospital. Science walks forward on 2 feet, namely theory and experiment. Why don't you experiment? Why are you bringing a third person to suppress? Who are you to think that the lab is the truth? Many times people who have got cancer declared by a lab, they took a second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion. In America, fifth opinion, there was no cancer. Even one of my students was declared having TB, tuberculosis. We kept on giving medicine. On the third month, the doctor suspected, another one doctor, second opinion doctor, one more test, and there was no tuberculosis. One of my friends across my my school, Rakum school for the blind. He came to me, Guruji, you know, I got TB, tuberculosis. Please tell me some medicines of your Japanese and your ding and dong and dong. I said, go and take a second opinion. Damn it, drink a lot of water, etc., whatever it is. He took a second opinion. After a month's time, he did not believe me, and he came and told me, Guruji, you are Shri, you are Mahadev, whatever he said. I started calling me. I said, what happened? He said, second opinion says, I don't have tuberculosis. You don't have to take a second opinion. Go to your body. Don't you understand that you have to go to the sunlight, sweat it out? When the moment you sweat, your roots are powerful. You have a foundation. And in Kannada they say, Bevaru, pronunciation, Bevaru. Bevaru means it is sweat. And Bevaru comes is Beru comes. Beru means root comes. Bevaru comes means Devaru comes. Devaru means God comes in Kannada, in our language. But if the Bevaru doesn't come, Bevaru means sweat doesn't come, then they call Bevarasi. Bevarasi means you bloody stupid monkey, donkey, idiot, all that is included in that one theory. When you sweat, even the cold goes. I had cold. Non-stop I was sneezing and my eosinophilia was 13%. Whenever my eosinophilia is so much in this Bangalore city, because of the dust allergies, too much people get that eosinophilia. I rush up to Pondicherry, I just sweat it, I just do one warming up exercise or just a walk, I keep sweating. Eosinophilia is not. But then it continues in Bangalore city. Then I took a flight to London to attend the summer camp. It was in the sand dunes in the Wales. And I came back to London in the Torquay Centre, near to the London Bridge I was staying, and heavy training, running 8 kilometers and coming back and doing the back training and dead weight lifting and doing the circuit training, sweating throughout the day. I was sweating because I went only for that. And when I came and checked it up, my eosinophilia came down to 3%. There is no hard 100%, 3% eosinophilia. Go sweat, it only on the sweat. Bevaru, yes, that sweat helps you. Science walks forward on 2 feet, namely theory and experiment. Yes, experiment on your body means love your body, hug your body. If you can talk to your body, talk to your body for 10 minutes. If you know to talk to, you can talk to your wife and your husband and your children. Yes, experiment on. Sometimes it is on one food which is put forward first. That one food. Sometimes the other. You either put one or you never carry your people together. Never go with one food. But continuous progress, who said? Robert Andrews Millikan said, continuous progress is only made by the use of both. Understand, the yin and the yang. Positive and negative only can create electricity. Your communication gap is widening. Yesterday somebody came and told me, I have depression, Guruji. I said the depression, I have got only one medicine. It is rightly available with me, right in front of you. You and your wife is not sitting and holding hand. He said, yes, I am 50 years old, Guruji. How will I sit next to in the village? This is not a. I said, now go and sit next to your wife. Hold her hands, take her to the park. Your depression level will come down. When you eat food, eat in the same plate. You always asking her to put the food into your plate. Now ask her to sit next to you. You also eat and put one into her mouth. Your depression. I don't know whether that's going to happen yesterday. And he was laughing. Guruji, whatever you said, it's not possible. Guruji, whatever you said, can you believe the people are laughing when I just told them to sit next to their wife and eat from the same? He said, it's not possible. It's not possible. Then you have to go to the lab. It is possible. Then you can live in fear. You lived in fear. You want to continue to live in fear so you can tell everybody, I am sick. Come out of that sickness. Robert Andrews Millikan said, science walks forward on 2 feet, namely theory and experiment. Sometimes it is on one food which is put forward first. Sometimes the other, but continuous progress is only made by the use of more. This is my 399th small.